Hey guys, welcome to this year's IWA. We are here at Blaser stand. They have a lot of different products. So Theodore, what's new?
Well, Blaser lately came into the world of optics. So their first move was to produce the binoculars. This was last year at IWA. And we were already all questioning what will happen with the riflescope sector in Blaser. Because Blaser in the whole group also has the optical department. They own Minox and they own German Precision Optics and so on. So the normal question was, will they produce riflescopes? And on this year's IWA, we can see them. They were also showcased on a couple of other fairs. I think in Salzburg they were already showing them. A couple of images also they escaped to the internet a couple of months ago. So, but this is the first real opportunity for us to see these scopes, to evaluate them, and to see basically what they've done. They produced 3 riflescopes, so wide-angle one, 1:7, all-around one, 2.8 to 20 by 50, and then the low-light specialist 4-20 by 56. So this, and of course the red dot. This one is shown on this fair for the first time. It was not. Nobody even expected it, so they made a direct competitor to the aimpoint micro.
Okay. So can you tell me the features of every product? Let's start with red dot.
Well, if you look at the red dot, it's basically almost the same like aimpoint micro in the philosophy, in what it is meant for, and so on. So it has a nice flip-up covers. It features 2 MOA dot, and it comes included with a original Blaser mount. As you can see, the design, it's very slim, it's very elegant, and from testing it here at the fair a little bit, it's really high quality product. It really works well, and I'm sure it will sell well. So this RD i7, what is also very interesting is that it is cheaper than most of the premium competitors. I think it's about 70 euros cheaper or something like that. So this is the first new thing. It also has, you can set the intensity level to, I think, 15 or something like that, different levels and options. So it's a really high quality product. So the next one is the 1:7 model. The 1:7, as you can see, all of these scopes are only produced with rail. They feature the classical size ZM-VM rail standard. The design is very much in sync with the design of a professional success leather rifles they make. So when you put this scope on the rifle, the whole package is the same. What is special with this scope is that it has a 7x zoom. At 1 magnification you can use it both eyes open. It really has wide field of view and it has a very interesting design of the reticle. It has a illuminated dot in the first focal plane, in the second focal plane. So this dot works, I think, all the way to magnification 3, power 3. Then the illumination in the second focal plane is turned off and it goes to the reticle in the first focal plane. So then in the first focal plane reticle you have an illumination which is also daytime bright, but it's much more finer and smaller, while on magnification power 1 you have a really big dot for all those rapid target acquisition and for rapid shots. As you can see, the scope is quite big, and what is really funny is that the illumination control of the unit is on the right side, not on the left.
Yeah, usually on the left.
Yeah, so if you want to change it, you have to go with your hand around the scope. So I'm a little bit afraid that they did this just to be different than others, but I don't know if it's really that usable. The other thing which is also very, very interesting is that all these scopes are featuring first focal plane reticle. So first focal plane reticle in hunting scopes is something really, really rare, and nobody really does it anymore. It is true it has advantages, especially that point of impact doesn't move, but also with this class of scopes, with all those competitors which have second focal plane reticles, which are more commonly accepted on the market at the moment, the point of impact shift is so small you're not able to notice it. So I presume that this happened, that they produced hunting scopes with the first focal plane reticle, comes from the fact that they are produced by the people which used to produce high-quality premium tactical scopes. So we will see how the market will accept this. Optically and in all other aspects, these are really good scopes, but they do feature first focal plane, so we will see. So this is the small driven hunt wide-angle model.
Okay.
If we go further,
Yeah, let's talk about this one.
yeah, this one is, I would say, an all-rounder with a 50mm objective lens. All of them feature the ASV turret or the BDC, bullet drop turret, which can be locked on two different settings. It can be locked on 0, it can be locked 5 centimeters above 0, and nowhere else. Why? Because let's say you have it 0, 5 clicks, 5 clicks plus on 100 meters, then you can go still 5 clicks down to 0 and lock it. Okay. You can also lock it in the position where you have 5 centimeters above 0 on 100 meters. But on all other, if you go to greater distances, you're not able to lock it so that when you have the next shot, maybe again on a shorter distance, you don't forget where you left your turret. So the magnification range is, I would say, classical 3 to 20, well 2.8 to 20. Again, a 36mm tube produced only with rail, which is the thing I really love, because mounting with rail is always better than with rings. So I think this is a smart move by Blaser.
And what kind of rail is it?
It's a the size ZMVM. It's a normal, you can get mounts everywhere for this rail. Again, which is really interesting, the parallax is on the right side, which is the first time I see something like that on a scope. And it's produced so that when you're at 100, it goes inside, it locks a little bit. Then you have to pull it outside to go to other distances to set it. Again, that you don't forget parallax set at, let's say, 400 meters, and then you go and shoot in 100 meters, and you don't run into problems, but still, it's better that it's immediately visible that you change the parallax setting. And of course, the illumination is, again, you have to pull it out, and then you can choose all the way from daytime bright to intensity levels meant for low light hunting, so it has the whole range. Again, first focal plane reticle. They put a roe deer 200 meters away on one building outside, so that you're able to check if the reticle is thin enough. So the reticle is usable. Even at low magnification, it's not really too thin. It is thinner normally than all the others, but at extremely high magnification at 20, it is still acceptable. So I would say, even though it's quite unusual to have a first focal plane rifle scope in a premium class, it's still, it is designed, the reticles are designed so they are usable and they do work.
Yeah.
So we can also check the vintage turret. It's normal, the clicks are nice, and of course you can reset them if you wish to have a 0, and also that the turrets are 0. I think that the main feature of this is that it's a Blaser scope. It's produced in Wetzlar in Germany, in the town where all the big companies are in optics, so the size like Minox, Schmidt & Bender, everybody is there in that town. Of course, nice design, great optics, but they're priced really high. They're priced even higher at the moment than Swarovski in size.
One more.
Yeah, this is a low light specialist. It starts at 4, so it's a little bit narrower. It doesn't have a field of view the same like the all-rounder, but because it has a smaller zoom factor, only 5 times zoom instead of 8 times, that means that more light goes through. Less lenses, a little bit less complicated design because the zoom factor is smaller and you get a better light transmission. Again, premium optics, high quality lenses, the same reticle in the first focal plane, so it changes with changing the magnification. It's thick, a little bit more thick on high magnification and thinner on lower magnification. The eye box is well, there is no tunnel effect. I would say a really good scope, of course also priced in the top of the premium segment. But it will look nice on all Blaser rifles of the same style, so it will go with them nicely, and of course it's mountable only with a rail, which is a big plus.
Yeah.
I hope that sooner other producers will also follow and start to produce scopes which are mounted only with rails. I'm also saying that what is obvious, that Kahles probably thinks that all these scopes will be mounted to Blaser rifles. They don't expect many customers to buy a Blaser scope and then mount it on some other rifles. This is the reason why the design is so in sync with all the rifles. This is the reason why it's only rail mounted, because normally mounts for Blaser are widely available for all scopes with rails. And they did something different. I think that first focal plain reticle is a brave choice, I would say. And putting an illumination on the left side, on the right side, is also a very brave choice. But they did make something very different to anyone else.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure they will sell.
Yeah. Also, good thing is it's a really nice color. I don't think any other brand of optics features this sort of gunmetal finish, which is a really nice addition to the whole Blaser picture.
Yeah, it is, and I do like that they are made in Germany completely, and they're a really high quality product, of course, with also a high price tag. I presume a lot of new Blaser customers will decide on package deals together with the rifles or something like that, or just to have a scope which looks nice on their rifle because it's completely the same style. So this is, I think, what is new with Blaser. A lot in one word.
Yes.
4 different new optics and a completely new start for Blaser in the world of premium optics.
Yeah, so thank you very much for all the explanation. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of more videos, reports from this year's IWA, and see you guys next time.
If you have any additional questions, please use comments and we will come back to you in a reply. Thank you.
Thank you.